Imagine turning a $10,000 investment into $15 million in sales.
In tonight's Zevely Zone, Jeff's in Kearney Mesa with a story of inspiration.
So much for high-pressure sales tactics. Walk into this car dealership.
Can I have a hug?
There's a hug waiting for me and my photographer.
I like a hug.
Her name is Annie Davis.
It changes every day.
She's 55 years old, and she wants you to know
I have Tourette syndrome, as you might see.
Annie could collect disability and not work at all.
Oh, I mean, if I wanted to kick up and eat bonbons and consider myself disabled, according to federal and state law, I am. Not according to me.
10 years ago, Richard Neuendijk, the general manager at Kearney Mesa Infinity,
I look back and I go,
hired Annie.
really good decision. For the dealership, for Ann.
Richard says what Annie's selling, we all need to buy. And he's not talking about cars.
I look around at the world and see all these people who want something for nothing. Then I see someone who doesn't want anything for nothing.
Oftentimes when you buy a car, 10 years fly by. You return to the dealership to buy another car, but your salesperson has moved on. That's when you become an orphan customer. And Annie loves the orphans.
So this is where it started, and this is what I invested. These are Starbucks cards, $5 Starbucks cards.
Annie spent $10,000 of her own money.
I put a happy face on the envelope.
Her program generated more than $15 million in sales.
I love them. I mean, and they love me.
It's worth pointing out the definition of infinity is something without limits.
We all have our imperfections. Mine are just a little bit more noticeable.
Even when she had a broken arm and leg, Richard told the staff they could count on Annie.
He says, you know, Ann is that little train that shouldn't and couldn't, but found a way to get over it.
145 cars sold last year.
I'm the only one that has any of these.
Makes her the salesperson of the year.
Just got another one.
5 years in a row.
Are you that little train?
In the Zevely Zone,
I am. I am.
Jeff Zevely, CBS News 8.
Great story. I love the emotion of the manager that hired her. When
Genuine
he's talking about what a
affection there.
great decision it
And
was.
respect.
Yeah, just a lot of good people in that story.
It is so
Yeah.
much. It's just going to work and doing it, but it shows what a privilege that can be when you're in a situation like that. What a reward for everybody to see her there.
She's a little bit of magic, I think, in
Yeah,
everyone's day.
I want to hear her closing pitch. Annie says she breaks the ice, though, with her customers by telling them to beware of her sudden outbursts that include the words yabba dabba doo, Messiah, and another one that we can't repeat.